friends at Santa Gata announced they were making an SUV, it sent the purists into a tizzy. But they did decide to defy physics and they went on to make the Urus. And it went on to become a tremendous success not only in India but globally as well. Well, they've decided to raise the bar a little bit more, push that envelope of physics a little further and make the Urus Performante. That's what I'm here to drive in Rome. The Performante is one of the last few internal combustion engine variants. It's a last hurrah because from 2023 onwards, Lamborghini will begin hybridization of their range. So does Performante mean some big ups in performance numbers? Well, not really, because it's the same 4-litre twin-turbo V8 as before and it's just 16 HP more, but it gives it a nice devilish number of 666 HP and it's the same amount of 850 Nm of torque before. In fact, it is the same amount of power as the Urus S. But you know what's changed and what's really nice? It is this ultra-light titanium exhaust, which it just makes it sound so much better. Go on, give this video a like if it's just for that sound, and do remember to subscribe as well to watch more content like this. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the rest of the details. The Performante can be had in a rainbow of colors and even dual-tone options where the carbon fiber is clearly visible. They have put the Urus on a diet with extensive use of carbon fiber on the bonnet, roofs, which is optional, fins, wheel arches, front bumper and rear diffuser. They've also shaved off more weight using steel springs instead of the heavy air suspension. The steel springs also help lower it to the ground by 20 millimeters and help improve the dynamics as well. An ultra-light titanium exhaust shaves off a massive 10.4 kg, and with additional savings from interior materials, rims and wheels, the Performante is now 47 kgs lighter than the regular Urus. There are some styling tweaks with deeper cuts in the bonnet, a new front bumper and redesigned air intakes with larger surface areas on the horizontal parts to create more downforce. New aerodynamic alloys come in either 22 or 23-inch size, and the Performante comes with especially designed Pirelli P0 tires. For track days, customers can also opt for Trofeos. At the rear, there is a new Aventador-inspired rear spoiler and a new carbon fiber diffuser that extends out, increasing the length by 25 millimeters. The track has also been widened by 16 millimeters, and all of the changes help improve the aero by 10% and rear downforce by 38%. The Urus was always a sharp-looking SUV, and the changes for the Performante make it edgier. Now on the inside, not a whole lot has changed, but it is a world of Alcantara. You get it on the dash, you get it on the glove box, the seats of course, and even on the roof lining, it's all Alcantara, so it really feels rich. Of course, now you get the, Performante trademark hexagonal stitching, which is on the seats. It's even up here on the roof. And the contrast color is actually in tune with the exterior color of your car. You get the red handles as well. And if you opt for the black edition, you can switch out all the chrome for this nice matte black finish that you get on all the trims. Now, another difference that I'm noticing here on the inside is that there is an additional mode. Apart from Strada, Sport and Corsa, there's also a rally mode. The rally mode eases off the traction control and allows you to drift. Yes, drift, and you will get to watch that later in this video. But first, it was out on the Vallelunga racetrack. We had a couple of stints on the circuit, and with the track still a bit wet, the Lamborghini lead car was holding us back a bit for safety. But it was still absolutely thrilling. You hear that? Delicious sound. Response what's fantastic about this is just the way you can load it up, point, and shoot this car. I mean, it is just phenomenally grippy. You don't expect a car of this weight and this shape to go around a track like this. The new active chassis system and the torque vectoring system with rear wheel steering makes it feel very agile and light on its feet. The active anti-roll bars work like a gimbal would for the camera and keep the car evenly balanced in long corners, even when you're carrying speed. The steel springs, which have replaced the air suspension, let you feel way more connected to the road, and with a wider track, the results are pretty amazing. The crackles and pops of the overrun. And then, when you flatten your foot, boy oh boy, that's shoved back. As you can see, I've got this wide smile on my face because, I mean, this is sports car territory. And as quickly as you build up crazy speeds, it shaves it off thanks to the carbon ceramic brakes. Now, of course, we're on a track, and this also means in the real world, it is going to feel firmer. Like I said, I'll really have to judge the ride quality in our conditions, especially with the low-profile tires, stiffer setup, and our kinds of road. But heck, who would want to be in the back seat of this judging the ride quality? The place to be is clearly behind the wheel. I never thought I'd have this much fun chucking something over 5 meters long and over 2 tons in weight around corners. And I'm driving an SUV, and I'm smiling about it. That says something, doesn't it? The short stint on the track was enough to drive home the capability of the Urus. And while it does inspire huge amounts of confidence, push it over the edge and it will also show you its naughty side. With a slightly wet track, I also learned that it's happy to let its tail step out and let you have some fun. But in this case, with the instructor in the car and strict instructions to keep the traction control on, the electronics cut in pronto to keep me straight and narrow.
Okay, you can go there. You're the fastest so far, huh?
Oh.
That's good. So a woman shows the man how to drive.
So while I had fun on the track, unfortunately it was raining and wet and we just couldn't go all out. But now the sun has finally come out just in time for us to switch cars and get onto the rally track. Yes, we're going to try out the rally mode of the Urus, and I'm looking forward to getting it sideways. A small undulating course of gravel with a lot of sharp turns had been laid out for us to get a full taste of what rally mode does. Instructors told us to leave the traction control on as the rally mode would best sense where it was needed or not. Okay, so getting the tail out of the Urus is something I never imagined I would be doing, and that is exactly what I'm doing at this point on a nice dirt surface. And it's just so easy and so much fun. I mean, you feel like Sebastian Loeb in this car, seriously, with a whole load of confidence. The rally mode, as I said earlier, eases out the traction control and allows a good amount of oversteer, letting you enjoy a lot of sideways action. The new torsion central differential delivers more torque to the rear wheels during acceleration for optimal traction on lower grip surfaces, ensuring you accelerate away cleanly. The rear differential distributes power again to each wheel depending on where it's needed. So, off-road or on-road, the Urus is not only capable but bucket loads of fun. And driving on this kind of surface gives me a lot of confidence that, yeah, it will be able to deal with our roads in India. The bumpy gravel track waved away my worries about the lower ground clearance. Between the wheels, it still has 160 millimeters, and that means it should be able to clear the large speed breakers without bottoming out. Now, while the Urus Performante is longer, wider, lower, louder, and a whole load more fun, it still retains its practical side. So the back seat of the Urus remains the same, of course, but I'm just going to recap it for you. There's quite a lot of leg room up here. You do sit a little knees up. Tall people might find that because you sit quite low to the ground, but you know, there's ample place to stretch your feet out, so even taller people will have enough space in here. A third passenger, well, there is a bit of space you can kind of squeeze in, but your legs will be either side of the central tunnel that intrudes in the back. But just remember, I mean, this is a sports SUV and you can still get 3 in the back over here. The front seat, if there's someone short like me sitting over there, then the headrest, because it's a fixed one, gets quite high and visibility is quite restricted. But otherwise than that, you know, for what it is a very comfortable back seat. Well, if you see this massive grin breaking across my face, is because I haven't had this much fun in such a long time putting this car sideways in the dirt. Didn't think I could ever do that with an Urus, but yes, I just did. And that's the joy of this car. You can drive the pants off it on a track, you can put it sideways in the dirt, and you can as easily pack your kids into the back and take them on a school run or head to the boardroom in the city. Yes, in our Indian conditions, the ride might be a little firmer and the ground clearance may seem a little low, but what you get is a sports car and an SUV all rolled into one. It lets you have your cake and eat it too. The Urus Performante gets a big thumbs up from me.